Jim, have you been on the other end of a lengthy streak like
Oh man,
Tennessee's
at Montana
facing?
State now.
Yeah.
Let me
I
just
thought so.
kinda-
I just wondered
yeah.
if there-
So there was there was about a 13-year streak there where we kept muddling around to the Grizzlies on the other end, and it was that was one of those things where I still you talk about games that stick to you. And we took a 2-minute drive down and put it in the end zone, and our kicker kicked it out of bounds, gave the ball to him on the 35. They threw a grab post against quarters coverage. Guy catches it. Kicker kicks a game winner with no time left, to push the streak, and that was for the Big Sky Championship that year. That's one of those that always stays with you. But yeah, so to answer a question, I guess, and you really brought up a bad memory right there, by the way.
Sorry.
In fact, I think about some of the calls I made in that game even, and I was proud of our guys taking that 2-minute drive, and then just to see how the fans, and the whole place, let down, dang, way to go. They ruined a special treat Wednesday for me.
But it just, are the kids' perspective is just what's happened during their experience in the
Yeah.
last 1, 2, or 3 years, and are both coaches?
And really, for the majority of our guys right now, when you look at it, it's 1 year.
Yeah.
So,
And do you think both coaches faced with this, the one who's got a long winning streak, whose school has one, and one has a long losing one, are they just telling the kids, let's just concentrate on what happens this year?
well,
Doing their best to make the kids forget.
yeah, I
what went on both
can't, I
coaches.
can't speak for what they do. I know they've had this circled and probably whatever since. Yeah, I get it. That's just not my gig. To me, it's a huge game, and I tell our guys, this is a huge game, huge, because it's the next game. And when you become a team that's able to understand that and keep it in perspective, the juice of the game itself, man, they're going to be excited. I mean, how can you not be excited running out in front of 100,000 people that are booing you? Man, that is so cool. I mean, where else does that happen, right? So I tell them more, let's just go enjoy it, because not everybody can ever experience this. And just be proud of what you put on film. That's really what it's all about.
Nick?
You seem to be somewhat captivated by these big games or the history, and there's
How about the history? Yeah.
certainly history in this rivalry. Is that
Yeah.
something that you impress upon the players who maybe some of them out of state don't really know about Florida, Tennessee, and what this game means to the program?
I think it's one of those things that's passed on maybe in the locker room, from players to players to players to players. And I mean, let's face it, I'm one of these like useless information junkies, kind of just, I don't know why, just grew up with it, I guess. But I love this kind of stuff. And it's one of the things, even the short time I was in the NFL, I kind of missed, was that there's something special about the college rivalries. And, as I've said, I've been at places where you had to create rivalries, because you really didn't have any. And then to be at a place that has 3 of them, like that are there's so much that goes into it. Man, that's awesome.
And then, do you anticipate having to do anything to maybe bring the guys down as far as not getting too hyped up? It's college game day, the fans,
Yeah,
the first road game.
I don't. It usually, it's just my history at it. It's man, you're juiced, right? But as the game goes on, I think the fans are more juiced than the guys on the field. They're focused on what they have to do. And but I mean, there's no doubt when you come out in that that first play, that first series, the place is going crazy. You can't hear. Guys are just firing off the ball, all cylinders. Yeah, did it get any better than that?